Alrighty, we need to get this BMW ready for registration. And you know when you go for registration, there's a really annoying couple little things. It's always suspension bushes, isn't it? Yep. Well, our friends over at Bevinsee have actually reached out to us today and supplied us with a whole bunch of extra, of new poly bushes for this car. So like rear subframe, diff, sway bars, things like that. And it is incredible. I'm so appreciative. Link is in description. They're sponsoring today's video, which is it's incredible. I really appreciate that. But let's quickly jump down, see what they've sent us, and see what we're going to be installing today. All right, so this is everything they've sent us. There's a couple of things here that I'm not going to be installing today, and I'll explain why. But what we are installing today is full rear subframe poly bush kit, which is incredible. Stoked for that. I really wanted to do that. We're doing the trailing arm bushes and adjustable trailing arm brackets, which is sick. Front sway bar bushes. We've got rear sway bar bushes, and we've also got front control arm bushes, which is great. We've got some quality of life bits here as well. So you E46 BMW guys, you know that you have the rectangular jack point down here. This is a jack pad, which converts it to a normal jack, which is sick. You just pop that in there and you can use a normal jack, which makes things a lot quicker when you're in the workshop. It's awesome. Also, we have some reinforcement plates for under the springs, so we'll be popping them in today as well. Now, I do have two parts that I'm not gonna be installing today, and I'll explain why. We have adjustable sway bar end links. Let me show you how sick they look. Now, the reason I'm not gonna be putting these in today is because I need these when we go back to coilovers, right? We're not on coilovers at the moment, we're on stock suspension. Well, front will be, and rear already is. I don't want to put some super aftermarket looking suspension parts in when I'm going for rego and they go, oh, you can't have adjustable end links. I don't know legality wise if you can or can't, but I don't need them right now, right? I will need them when I'm back on coilovers. So for registration, I'm not going to be popping them in, but also I want to give the Bevinsee guys another shout out in another video, which will be that video doing that. The other thing we're not going to be installing today is the amazing poly bush kit for the diff. Only reason I'm not doing that is it's a massive job to pull the diff out, and I'm going to be swapping this diff to an upgraded diff once the car's registered, running, all that kind of stuff. It's going to be the final step, and again, I want to give them another video. So it's just these two items that they haven't done, but if you do want them, go and get them on their website. The link's in the description, all that kind of fun stuff. There is a discount in there for you, 11% off. I don't know why it's 11%. They gave me the number, so that's what it is. Yeah. Jump down, have a look, but let's get in and install it. I'm actually waiting for my mate to rock up to help me with the rear subframe bushes and trailing arm bush and bracket, because obviously that's a big job. Bush and bracket there for the trailing arm, and then got to lower the whole subframe. Now I'm hoping, and I don't know how lucky I'll be, I'm hoping we can just lower the subframe and then we can pull the old bushes out, push the new bushes in, put it back up. We'll see. But for now, what I want to do by myself is these ones in the front and these ones in the back. They shouldn't be too bad. Now, I've never done this before, so I'm told you can do it either in the air or on ramps as long as both sides are even. So we're about to find that out. Let's go and do the front now. So you guys can see it nice and easy. It's this bush right here. So all you need to do is take out the bolt at the back, bolt at the front, this will drop down, literally pop that off, pop the new one on. A little bit of grease in the middle, and yeah, happy days. I'm pretty sure you got to put grease in the middle. If this one doesn't have any, I won't. But if it does, I will. So yeah, step one, that. On a momento, I'll be back, and that's gonna be nice and red. We go literally just as easy as I said. So this bolt, that bolt, and there was no tension on it whatsoever. Really easy to do. The only hard thing was actually like splitting that and getting it over here. I used this from an IKEA tool, or tool kit, you know. So you just pop it in, twist it, it opens it just enough that you can kind of like get it on here, and then you just slide it up into position, lock it in, that's it. So I'll do the other side, then we'll shoot down the back, get some stuff done there. Now you'll see this leak here. I did do a little Googling on it, and it turns out if you have overfilled your transmission, apparently when it gets to the correct level, it will stop leaking, which is cool. I actually think that is because there's a little shroud over there. So it's leaked out the back, it's sitting on the shroud, now it's just dripping off the shroud. So yeah, unfortunate on my part that I did overfill it a bit, it seems. But yeah, things happen. I mean, we weren't gonna have no leaks. So yeah, if that's the only leak, I'm a happy boy. All right, so we've decided we are gonna pull the whole subframe down because as much as we can like try and do it half in situ. For the sake of 2 handbrake lines, 2 brake lines, and 3 sensors, this whole thing comes down. We can just literally probably slide it over here and do all of the bushes much easier, slide it back, throw it back up. And with 2 of us, it's a lot easier. I've pulled this subframe out by myself in an hour, put it back in let's say 2 hours. So with 2 of us, it should be easier. So yeah, unfortunately, that's what we're gonna have to do. And I have decided, if I'm gonna do that, may as well, actually, I'm gonna do these first because these are underneath. So I'll take you underneath, we'll do these quickly, and then we'll pull the whole thing down. And pulling the whole thing down also gives us accessibility to just pull the springs out and put the reinforcements in as well. So as much as it's a pain, we will do that. We have just put together these because previously I just kind of dragged it on the floor because I had old brake discs. I've got the brand new slotted and dimple drilled brake discs on here now, so I don't want to damage them. So we're gonna put some cardboard in here, drop the whole thing onto here and the jack that I have, the motorbike jack that's at the front. And then we can slide the whole thing out, slide the whole thing back in, and then kind of lift it back up. So give us a sec and hopefully we can rip it out. To get the subframe out, you've got, I think it's 4 bolts on each control arm at the front, the 4 subframe bolts. You've got to disconnect your suspension, your brake line and your handbrake line. From memory, that's it. If there's more, when we come back with it out, I'll tell you what the last bits are. All right, we're gonna do these first as a bit of mid-build motivation. Essentially, we're taking this bolt out, sucking the current bush out, putting a new one in, these, and then putting this back on. As you can see, this has a lot more adjustability with moving the arm around. We're gonna be putting it in a fairly neutral position. I'm not doing alignments and stuff, I don't know how to, but they'll have more adjustability when they go to, which is great. So for now, we need to rip this bolt out. So if you weren't changing the bushes and you were just changing this, definitely do it in the car, way easier. All you gotta do is those 3 bolts and probably your shock, and it will drop down and you can just slide that back on, right? Bolt it in, you're happy days, right? But we are not doing that. We are also changing the bush. So I have a bush pulling kit here. Essentially, you put whatever size cup it is, smaller than that or whatever, on this side. You put the puck on that side. I also have another kit with smaller pucks, and it just pulls that straight out. Once that's out, oh, I've got all these pucks. Once that is out, and it is a lot harder than it sounds, but then we'll pop these in. These are a lot easier to install. On each side, right? And then push that through the center. That's pretty much it. So let me do that because you guys don't want to watch me pull this out because it's going to be a nightmare. And I'll do the same on the other side, and then we'll jump over. Again, I'm not going to show you these because it is a bit of a pain to just watch. I'm just going to do that exact same thing and just suck those straight out. Then I'll come back to you and show us installing the other bushes. So we got the first one. We actually had to drill out the bearing and then do the pushing because that thread was way too big. And you'll see, like, you can drill out all around the edge and then that middle will get pushed out. And then you can just use whatever size you want to pull out the actual main part of the bearing. So that's what we're gonna do on all of them. Bit more time consuming, bit annoying, but I knew that there was gonna be something that was gonna slow us down. So definitely pull this out. If you're trying to do this in situ, you're gonna have a bad time. All right, as you can see, there's a big old mess here. We had to drill out the center of these, push out the center, and then we could actually push out the top. We actually had to collapse, like clover these ones in to be able to pull them through. It's wild, like they're really, really hard to get out. So if you're gonna do this job, 100% pull it out, but 200% be prepared for a headache. But it is going to ride so much better. It's gonna feel so much tighter in the rear that it's gonna be worth it. These two and the one at the back, we're gonna do when we do the diff. And these two I am gonna do in the next video for you guys with the steering rack boots, which I've shown you before, but yeah, steering rack boots on the front. So that's gonna be next video, but for this video, we're gonna be doing the whole back end. So let's get this bad boy back in, tighten it all up, and yeah, we should be good. Maybe even bleed the brakes, but depends how much time we got, I doubt it. Alrighty, all done, all back in. all sorted. Just got to do a brake line bleed and should be sweet. Definitely have to adjust these toe arms because holy crap, they're like terrible. But look, it's part of it. I will kind of central those right now and then I'm done. Yeah, I'll bleed the lines later on. Pretty good. So thank you Bevinsee for reaching out and supporting the channel. Really, really appreciate it. This was a massive job, so I almost regret doing it. No, not really. I appreciate you guys. We will do another couple of videos, including these guys for the other little few parts. When we do the diff upgrade, when we go back on coils, we'll do some stuff like that. But for now, link is in the description, discounts in the description. Thank you guys, and I will see you all in the next one on the E46. Thanks guys, see ya.